I never follow recipes, and today I did, and I should.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Higher.
Thanks, Hayden.
We're glad you're here.
Episode 31. I was waiting for people to get their amaretto sours situated, but Hayden's just ready.
Yeah, I got to go to bed.
He's champing at the bit. Hayden, do you have any announcements for us for episode 31 of the Role Slayers podcast?
Yeah, I don't think I can do them as fast as last time, unfortunately, but I'll try to get through them on a pretty timely fashion. I'll start off by talking about social media. Come check us out. You can get a Tyler, I think he posted or he will be posting some really, really great up close and personal shots of some of the minis we had from last session.
Oh, yeah.
So you get to see some of those fine details and the things that we found so upsetting while sitting here at the table on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Discord. Our link to our Discord, as always, is in our Instagram Instagram bio and on our website, rollslayers.com. Minis. Let's just take a moment to appreciate them. Why they're part of this, I don't know. Whether,
What?
I don't know, man. You can just theater-minded if you want, but if you want to get really hardcore into the hobby, you gotta get them in. And you know where you gotta get them from?
Eldritch Foundry.
Eldritch Foundry, that's right. I didn't forget, I just wanted to see if someone would fill
I
in.
could not tell if you were frozen or not.
Are we supposed to
That's really just, that's how my face is always. Eldritch Foundry, use our code ROLLSLAYERS for 15% off at checkout on custom minis, STL files, multiple materials, points of articulation, fun hats, little backpacks and stuff. Get all those on your very own custom mini from Eldritch Foundry. Patreon.com/RollSlayers. Okay, I did come to a decision. I'm gonna upload a little tour of the instruments I use to make the theme song, and hopefully by now there will be a slightly different version of the theme song up. I think I want to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna put that on there, show you what weird garbage I've collected over the years to make the sounds that come together on that, because that's all I have to contribute. But rollslayers.com, or no, patreon.com/rollslayers. Thank you. Tyler, what do you got going on World Anvil today? What you got cooking on that stove?
I've been racking my brain this entire announcement to no avail. But
you're making it sound necessary.
Here's the thing about World Anvil is that there's not a million shiny features. The features that are there are very functional, and that's why World Anvil is a value prospect for you, is because you get what you need, you get what you want. Fantasy,
you
wiki.
add the shiny with
Yes.
the world that you make.
Exactly.
Love that.
So I don't need a fun fact for World Anvil. You bring the fun facts to your World Anvil
Ooh.
All right.
at worldanvil.pxf.io/ruleslayers.
Can you give us a fun fact that is not like a spoiler or whatever about
Tyler, you gave the wrong link.
I mean, I feel like I've lore dumped a lot this season.
Okay, fine.
What?
Did you get the right link?
worldanvil.pxf.io/ruleslayers.
Okay. Heard it wrong.
Fun fact. Phineas Lone Song's publishing company is in the elven city of Enzlilrenor.
Wow. Sweet. Didn't know that.
There you go.
Now we know.
Go get a book published. You'll make some money probably.
And finally, let's take a moment to highlight all of our musical partners. Everybody. Good job. Great work.
Here you go. Put some robust applause in right now. Or
And
maybe
those, of course, are
Sirenscape.
beyond Sirenscape. Yes, sure. Sirenscape up front, so we don't forget. We'll never forget again. Sirenscape for sound effects. And Beyond Skyrim, Scanlan Short Halt Music, and Celestia Layout Project for the rest of it. All good stuff. I think that's all of them, right?
Yeah. Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow us if we're on Spotify. Give us a little star rating. That's it. Let's play the game. I'm looking right into frame. Just ready. So,
Like that.
Thank you, Molly.
last we left off, Punch City. That's about it.
1,000 flurry of blows.
So many punches.
Lots of stunning strikes. Yaz was felled in the Pit of Grievance with 3 survivors. Among them, Thalosh, Random Helper Guy, and Mert, who did not technically deal the final blow, but pretty much did. The party made their way to a tavern to celebrate, and that's about where we left off. They were discussing a bit about what to do next. They did discuss whether or not to address the escaped Eyeless from throughout the city who had fled into the fated Timberlands or not. But I believe decided on pursuing perhaps the tunnel to the Hall of the Eyeless. That's where we pick up.
Let's take a quick out of character moment here, but we're totally going into those tunnels, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But like all by ourselves?
We always could get some people to go with us and die immediately. That's always kind of fun, honestly.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm all about some meat shields.
Should we get in touch with like the scary, creepy hunter lady and see if we can help out? Like,
In the forest?
or get her to help us with like the hunting them down up in the mountains.
Are we trying to hunt them down?
Or are we just trying to expose them? Like, is this a
We're
sneaky
trying-
going through the tunnels? Or like, we're gonna kill every Eyeless we find, but we're gonna come into a cave and there's 1,000?
But that's kind of what I'm thinking might happen, but I don't know. There doesn't seem like there's that many of them. Okay, maybe we got it. Now we can transition, right? now we can. What are we doing? Tyler,
We're
set
still
us a
at the
scene.
tavern?
You guys are still in the tavern. There are still revels happening. You have been discussing just what you're up to. I believe you guys mentioned shopping for equipment.
Diamonds.
Diamonds, something about perhaps, I think, the Tolbaz School of Sorcery. So within this, there's a hubbub throughout the establishment. You have semi-privacy, though every now and then there is the occasional congratulatory patron who wanders up to Mert.
DM, has Visa returned to the tavern?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, I guess as a part of our information sharing, you probably would have mentioned what Thalar and the Pursuers were doing.
Yes, that was already, I believe that was already covered last session, actually.
The king told us that, right?
Oh, no.
He
I'm not
came
sure.
back as we were still at the stadium, I think, or at the library.
Yeah. No.
I think he
No.
mentioned the Hall of the Eyeless, but like
did.
not in public,
No, he did not.
and sort of acknowledged that the Eyeless might be on the, might try and flee, but I don't know that he explicitly said hey, we're chasing them down.
I don't think he did. I think
In the
you.
woods.
I think you told them that last episode because they definitely know.
Okay.
So
Alright, cool. Just making sure we're
we're retconning right now. You're here. You told them.
perfect.
So what are you guys doing?
Did you say there was a disturbance? But we
You do know you're aware of everything that Visa saw and heard.
Oh, okay.
So Pursuers are on the move.
Right.
A lot of them in the direction of the forest.
Right.
Oh, he did tell you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Because he
Told
mentioned
us.
that their scouts were
Yes.
looking out for goblins and that they would catch them betwixt the scouts and the
Molded
pursuers.
And I'm pretty sure that it was we were like, oh, do we go help them? And he was like, nah, I think she can handle it. Like he said that.
That's what he said.
I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah. I also I don't care.
I also cast all my spells.
At once.
Yeah. All right, someone's got to kick it off.
I mean, as far as
I'm
Mert's
not doing it.
As far as
I'm
Mert's
not doing
concerned,
it.
he's just drinking and like replaying.
I feel like it's safe to say we'd be there for a while.
Yeah.
Like maybe enough for like maybe not like 2 meals, but like 2 meals worth of food
Yeah.
and beer.
Because it was early in the day.
It was so
It's
it
like
was we
chilling.
would've-
11 a.m., 10 a.m.
Yeah,
So,
But, like-
short rest?
Yeah.
definitely.
Yay.
But eventually, I would want to go get the diamond.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We can be spending things now, huh?
Yes, and I don't have the one that I had for a long time, so I should probably perhaps go get another one. That would probably be a good idea. Perhaps we can use some of Mart's goodwill in the town to get a discount or something.
We were already given the trust tokens, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The way I figured, I at least owe you about half of that, seeing as to how my counterpart broke it. So,
Well, that is what it is for, but if something like that should happen again, I would like to have another one.
right, that's what I'm saying, is I ought to at least reimburse you for the last one.
That is not the point of them. If I did not want to have it, then I would not have bought it in the first place.
She was, if she was too tired by the end of the fight to use it.
That is true.
She would have
So-
used it if she had been able. So
That is true.
Look, if y'all are fine with me not owing you for this, that's just fine by me.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird if then I start expecting people to pay me to save their lives. You know, it gets a little awkward.
well, I mean,
I think that's a whole profession, to be honest.
For people paying to save other people's lives.
yeah, like a healer or like like the potions and like the.
And they charge lots of money for that.
Often they do.
Oh, well, maybe then you should pay me out of, like, societal cultural norms then.
Yeah, I think you're making a pretty good point on it already, though. It would be a bit unorthodox in the moment for me to pay. Now, if I came in and you were operating a practice and I was dead,
Look, I
and
don't
you brought me
really
back-
care. You just have to tell, like, I don't. If you want to pay me, you can pay me. I don't really care. But I do need at least one more for now, so I should
All right.
probably go get one of those.
All right, well, I wouldn't mind shopping around a little bit this afternoon, especially if, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, we're talking about doing some tunnel diving in the coming days.
That would be
feel
very
like
fun. I like
Watching
tunnels.
Mert having all of this action in the pit, I am feeling restless to use my sword. So let's go hunt some eyeless for sure.
All right, well, we can stock up then, I guess.
Yeah, I would very much like at least a night to recover.
Okay, so maybe we use the rest of the afternoon and evening to get the supplies that we need and head out in the morning.
Yeah, sure, we
then
can put in.
we'll run across some authority figures and ask a few more questions if we need to.
All right, that sounds appropriate to me. Mart, you're going back to the house and you're going to rest. Is that correct?
Where's Splash?
He disappeared.
You don't know.
Spending
Last
some
you saw him, he was at the pit.
We were already here for like a couple hours ish at the tavern, right?
Several hours. Yeah, at least time for 2 meals, so probably at least 3-4 hours.
Yeah, so Mert's good to go, like shop around.
Okay.
Had enough R&R, got some time to recover.
Do we want to RP shopping?
You don't need to.
Like,
No.
Okay,
Hit us
sorry.
with-
Aside from, you do need
hit
to
us with the
roll.
inventory list.
You do need to roll to see if you can find a diamond of that value. Either investigation or persuasion or something.
Should she not just ask somebody where a diamond might be found of that value?
Yes, that is persuasion. very low DC, as you
I'm
guys
not
are very
trying
well
to
liked.
persuade anyone of anything. I'm asking a question.
Okay, general charisma.
It's a weird thing to have a roll.
I have to have a check for something so rare.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
You don't get to find it all.
19,
Yeah.
20.
The DC was 3.
There are
1,000 diamonds of
my
that
modifier is
value.
+4.
So impossible to fail, as you guys just wowed everyone in WrestleMania. As you guys exit the
Wow, to everybody.
tap house, there is a light, gentle dusting of snow that is falling, a very late spring snow that has rolled in, blanketing just a thin coat, pretty much everything around you in the vicinity. You're easily able to find your way to several shops that carry whatever goods you may need. When asked about the 300 GP diamond, they have one.
Great.
They ask whether or not you'd like to barter or whether or not you'd like to utilize coins.
Oh, what is better?
Well, if you have something to barter, then it's a straight deal. But if you have to use coins, it's a higher price based on whether or not I trust you to come back and bring in said equal value piece.
I don't even know if I have anything worth bartering for.
I don't think you do.
I have a mace I don't care about.
While that is a fine mace, I do not think it equates this with a very rare mineral.
With the wand of pyrotechnics.
Oh, we have to keep that.
Okay, he's gonna take it to look it
Never
over.
used it.
But what if?
That's true.
Could come in handy in a cave.
Well, you can also, Tyler mentioned, we can still use our currency coins,
Yeah.
but they are kind of treated as like a raw commodity rather than a currency. Which is strange because they technically still are.
They still are currency.
I don't care,
but they are-
Tyler. Do you want me to like roleplay this exchange with
No,
you
no.
for more things? Okay.
No, it's just what you prefer. And if you don't have anything to trade, he's gonna run you 6 coins.
Okay. I don't know how many coins.
You
do
can
we-
haggle if you'd like.
10. 6 coins is fine.
Okay, 6 coins. You have a diamond.
Okay, great.
Is there anything else we're shopping for while we're here? Around town.
Are there any magical item stores?
There are none for general dissemination. There, you do gather that there is a trove of magical items that is only for use by pursuers and military figures.
Oh, peas.
Is there anything? Is there a magical sword that I can find somewhere? Potentially.
Not that you can find.
Well, like what is
hang on.
available for purchase?
No.
Okay.
Okay, let me try this out. On behalf of our hero of the people and person who risked his life and it put it all on the line in front of the entire town, surely that must be rewarded or must warrant some kind of a reward, perhaps access
To the
if
stores?
only even in a loaning capacity to a magical sword.
Okay, make a persuasion check with advantage.
And we can put some coins on the line there too. if we want to.
Yeah. A little layaway situation.
Yeah.
How much do I trust you to bring this back?
With advantage, you say.
Yep.
I rolled 2 8s in a row.
Which brings you
counts as a
to
16. I don't know if you were aware of the doubles rule.
If you multiply in, yeah, I think it's 8. I rolled 8. I rolled 8 2 times.
8. Well, no, just on the dice or like total.
No, 2 total 8s.
Oh,
I rolled
that's
a 4 plus 4 and then a 4 plus 4 because
That's rough,
it's a
bud.
bad software.
You should have rolled physical dice.
I have
Sorry.
some. Do you want me to roll those at advantage?
I'll let you roll 1 physical die. This is kind of an experiment for me.
Yeah. I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, so yeah, the answer's no. We can RP it, but no.
Well, that'll save us some time.
While we're milling about and asking, especially if we're asking or we run into anyone that Leaf would ask about magical items or the sale thereof or the use thereof, Visa would just double check, inquire what the laws of the land are, what happens to Yaz's property.
Oh,
Like, is it like reclaimed by the state? Is there any recompense for the person who defeats him or the parties that defeat him?
you are informed that under normal circumstances, the property and wealth of someone is divided between the state and those imparted in one's will.
Okay.
But in a situation such as this, where one is traitor to one's governing body, the state has to retain all of these things and may disseminate to those in said will that they deem, but must at least like keep it in retention until they can deem it safe.
Cool, so everything's evidence right now.
Correct.
Cool.
worldanvil.pxf.io/rollslayers for those kinds of details.
Write a codice and a treatise about laws in your half-orc, half-elf city.
Okay, I think that were those all of our items of business? I'll be going, grab some extra spell components, but that's
Any armors,
cheapest three.
equipments, weapons we're picking up.
I would pick up some rations.
Okay.
Some like travel things.
Okay. Just like new bedroll, some rope, stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just charge you 1 coin for that, and you can have all of the equipment you probably want, because again, in terms of barter, it's not worth that much.
Okay, great. So down to 3 coins.
Already poor again.
And I don't care about. Like, what's the point of having fake money if you're not going to spend all of it
Right.
a lot?
It's fair. There's
I hope we
no
come back
magical
here,
swords that they're
otherwise
willing to part with?
Actually, yeah, I'll buy another diamond.
There's only one.
There's only
There
one
was only
diamond.
one.
Oh, there's only one of it.
I would have
Shoot.
bought another one.
You'd have bought every diamond.
I would have bought all diamonds.
Okay.
Actually, Hayden,
Yeah.
I will allow you a very special intimidation check.
Oh.
We're not gonna RP it, but we'll figure out what happens here.
To whom?
This is to the priest of Keen High Temple, your buddy.
Oh. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a 23. Woo.
Okay. Not only is he able to scrounge up another diamond for 4 coins for you,
Okay.
he is able to get on layaway a specific piece from the repository of magical items.
Dun, 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 dun. Is that going to
He-
cost me all of my coins?
He wants 6 coins for that one.
What's the item?
It is. Hold on, let me pull it up. Maybe it's on my phone. Oh yes. It is this very intricately grooved stiletto. Very long, thin blade that comes to a point with an ivory handle and crossguard and matching sheath. In your hands, a short sword.
Oh, Scott, yeah.
It is called the Dagger of Denial in the internet world.
6
What is-
coins?
6.
Dips.
So that's 10 total coins for me, right?
Correct.
I'll put up 6 coins for that little.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So just four coins for me. I'll hand that extra diamond right on over.
Okay. What's going on, y'all?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
You get another diamond, Liz.
Let's just start it without mysteriously recording audio.
I don't know what happened, but
like a
like
voice
all of a
message.
sudden it's like recording everything everyone's saying, and I'm like, oh start saying this, and I'm trying to like.
We get remoted in to get backup audio. It's like, we need backup audio.
What is happening right now? I
Nothing.
can't.
Literally nothing.
Nothing is happening at all. Everything is good.
Just a little
All right. So
soundscaping.
we're done with supply run, right?
Unless you guys have anything else you want. I believe you already have like climbing gear. Do you have any pickaxes? I don't know.
I'll get
You
some.
can
I'll
one
get
coin
some
for all the pickaxe
tools.
materials you need.
Those are like, if you want me to sit down and like go through the whole inventory list right now before we do anything,
No.
I can. But if you'd rather me do that not right now, then I'll
No,
like. these
it's
are the
more
things.
like, what type of materials do you want to do? It's like, oh, we might need to do some tunneling. I would like tunneling gear, and I could say, okay, you can have some tunneling gear.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's more use case right now since we're moving.
Is there an item card for that dagger of denial?
Should be. In the D&D Beyond.
That looks like it's a critical role item.
Yeah, I
no,
should
guys.
own it.
Okay.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Good lord.
So pumped.
Oh, should I read this to someone?
Yeah,
Should I
you
read
should
this
read
to
it.
the internet?
Oh, yeah.
You guys?
I can read it if you want. I got pulled up.
Okay, go for it.
This silver stiletto blade bears intricate grooves that spiral from its tip to its ivory hilt and handle. You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. As an action, you can place the point of the blade into any keyhole and seal it shut. A keyhole sealed in this way cannot be unlocked until the dagger is placed into that keyhole once more, though a sealed door or container can still be broken bypassing the lock. Sealing a keyhole unseals any keyholes previously sealed with this weapon.
Cool.
That's really neat.
Fun.
That's pretty cool.
And it looks cool. So.
All right, so do y'all want to talk to the king one more time and see if we can get some like
Yes.
Yeah.
less sneaky details on this now that it's
yeah.
all out in the open?
Where do you want us to look? Like that.
Do you have a map of Yaz's houses?
Feet.
Do you guys
Go
make your
map of
way
Puddles or more information.
to meet with the king?
RP home.
Yeah, he'll welcome you guys. Seems you've had a good day of carousing, and I heard shopping.
You heard that we were shopping?
Yes. You are quite unique visitors, and I am the king.
Does that mean that you have people like watching us?
No, again, you are unique.
I think just the people are watching.
Your actions are noticed by all.
That's interesting.
It's a miracle you guys got away with as much as you did investigation-wise. I don't know what Drilla was thinking.
Okay, well, maybe you can give us some more help because we've been so helpful and we really want to like hunt down these Eyeless and help you with that. And so maybe there's some more information that we could gather that would help us on our pursuit.
Are you talking about the, the rumored mythical tunnel to the hall? Is that what you're referencing?
The one that you told us that we should go to? Yes, that one.
Yes, well, I can speak a bit more freely about it now. Yaz has brought up innumerable properties. I can provide you with a map through the House of Law and Rule. I would,
What?
House of Law and Rule.
That has maps?
Yes, they have all sorts of infrastructure documents.
Okay.
So they have maps and can outline such properties and plots for you. I would recommend looking at properties close to the edge of the valley as the hills and mountains rise that way. It would be strange for it to be one of his more city proper establishments. Were you able to search the house that this altercation took place at?
Not really.
Not
We
very
kind of
thoroughly.
we were not. We were not.
It's a good starting place.
Our friend procured just a small amount of evidence.
Who?
Leaf, do you want to show him the letter you managed to grab?
Oh, that's right. Thank you. They were a bit scant on the details, as you can see, but kind of get the gist of what they're talking about when you know the context, right?
Yes. Staggerth is a town to the south, is that correct?
Southwest.
I believe mostly human in population, if I can remember correctly. Well, that's interesting, but not surprising, seeing they were within Nogbuz, they were within Esaloon. It seems that they have far-reaching influence, at least regionally.
That would lend credence to the presence of some sort of tunnel from the War of Fury in the mountains into Nogbuz.
Yes, it would, and one with an entrance on the eastern side of the mountains, as all of these cities are east of the range. Unless they're trekking through the Furliak Pass, which I doubt. It's a well-traveled road.
So listen, at this point, it's clear that they've got some kind of social upheaval aims. Do you think they're trying to pit Nogbuz against the rest of, I don't know, all those cities to the south? To the east?
This individual, what were their words? Did you speak with them at the manor?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna, hang on, I'll make sure I have this spell. I'm gonna cast a minor illusion and have the image of the little guy in my hand of what he looked like. Learn that one from Ori.
No semblance of recognition crosses his face as he peruses the image. And you said you did speak.
That we did. For quite a bit of time, to be honest.
What was your impression?
Yeah, it seemed self-assured to me. Didn't seem concerned.
About their goals, I mean.
Oh, about their goals? Convicted?
He seemed to make out that Yaz was just sort of a pawn in the early game, that they had, other broader machinations going on, that what was going on here and what Yaz was accomplishing was, small fries, if you will.
Perhaps they seek to set Nogbuz against others, but I see not why they would need influence in other places for that. Many in Nogbuz are still ready and willing to go to war with the Shokunvaris.
Can you tell us, based on where, from the city where, because they came in while Mert was in the pit, where they might have come from, or what they were hoping to accomplish by killing all the sentries in the city, or is there anything of note about where they came from or what they did?
Seems to me like mass exodus, like that Yaz's final act was a distraction to mobilize maybe those waiting for what I do not know, or why now.
Do you have an idea of how many there were? Or have the pursuers, have the pursuers found in the forest?
Perhaps 30, 35.
But you think there are more that are waiting to come through his properties?
Possibly. That's why I would be very grateful if you were to discover said passage, if there is one.
Are there any persons here in town that could perhaps join with us and help give us more information or guidance in the area?
Perhaps. Many of the pursuers are to the south, but perhaps a warrior from the academy I could lend you, or Drilla is quite storied and well known in the area as well? Just in aid for searching? You have access to all his properties. I'll make sure of it.
What does happen in this town when someone defeats another person in this pit of grievance? Does Mert get any of his properties or things from him? That's how we did it in my town.
It is dependent on the grievance, the participants, and the possession governmentally and whether or not that is to be turned over. So, for instance, if Yaz was in possession of dangerous items or items got with ill gains, those would not be subject to awarding the winner.
But like maybe just a house or something?
Possibly, if we clear it as not dangerous.
So we should like check in with you about that later.
Sure.
Okay.
I think we were set on perhaps resting today and beginning our search in the morning.
Very well. Once again, we are grateful.
Okay, well, shall we go and rest for the evening and gather our bearings and get to searching tomorrow?
That sounds good to me.
Has anybody seen Falosh?
No, he left like right after the fight was over, and
I wonder if he's back home now.
He just killed his daddy, so maybe give him some space if he's.
I know, I just
You know.
want to make sure he's okay, because he was also pretty, took a beating.
I'm sure they're taking care of him.
I also feel kind of weird about just hanging out, staying at his house if we don't know if he's okay.
well, maybe we go back to his house and see if he's there, and then perhaps I send a little message in his head, and maybe he comes back.
We can also find other lodging if he needs his space.
Now that we can pay for things, yeah.
It's true.
That's a good point.
You guys are headed back to Falosh's home?
At least to check in.
Does anyone have any other, even if it's just by roll, any other shopping that they needed to or resources they needed to look for?
Until I remember in 2 episodes.
Yeah, same.
That's what
I did buy some
for.
pickaxes or one.
You got mining supplies.
So yeah, I lived in the mountains for most of my life, so I would buy the things that I need. I don't know what they are, but I'll look them up and I'll figure.
Yeah.
But
You got him though.
It's just pickaxes.
I can't make like the second dwarf walking off and that's it. You use them for all the things. You tie them together to get down ledges.
you jump off of things, you tie yourselves together.
Yes, that is a good one.
When you jump off any ledge.
It's a throwing weapon. Just amazing. You guys trudge your way through the city, the snow starting to get thicker. It looks like this is a full snowstorm rolling in. You make your way up the rise of Houndstooth, stopping about a quarter of the way up at the small cabin of Falosh, who is sitting on the porch in his rocking chair, smoking just a butt of a cigarette at this point, pretty much.
Would Mert know if we're far north enough for snow like this at this time of year to be normal?
Yeah, it's a late spring snow, but it happens.
Cool.
Yeah, he's got like a butt that he's smoking of a cigarette. There's a fair amount of already smoked cigarettes burnt out on the front porch. He just kind of greets you.
As we're walking, Mert,
Yeah.
probably before anybody can say anything, lock eyes with him and just nod.
He'll nod back. Well, you have a good day of celebrating, folk?
I think first and foremost, it's nice not to be in line for trespassing execution.
Yeah, plenty of reason to celebrate. Happy for you. I knew it would all work out. Mostly.
Your vote of confidence is meaningful, considering you took a risk even bringing us here.
Yeah, I like y'all and
Is that what also, you liking us, is that what possessed you to join me in the pit of grievance?
no. That was more personal.
Fair enough.
Y'all sticking around? Come on, get out of the snow, get on the porch.
Well, if you don't mind, Felash, we do enjoy your company and being here, but if you now we have the privilege of the currency and the token, so we can stay elsewhere if you would like to have your home back.
It's fine. He kind of gestures at a small pack and some snowshoes that he's set on the corner of the porch. I'll probably be heading out before too long. So, you're welcome to the place.
Are you leaving tonight in the snow?
I don't know yet. Maybe.
Back to Inslogrenor?
Yeah, saloon?
Essalon, wherever we came from.
Yeah, probably. I've been away quite some time. But I'm grateful that you folk, came to the aid of this city. As much as I have a complicated history with it.
Thank you for risking everything and bringing us here.
No worries. Did not expect motions to every in the
Did not
motion of
expect
everything.
to take part in
murder your
killing.
father.
Yeah, to take part in killing your own father in the pit of grievance.
Yeah, that's one way to say it. Not that I regret it at all. But
I do think it's a good system.
it works for some. I have serious issues with how they rule in Nogbuz, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, maybe things will be a little bit different now that a certain person isn't part of that council.
Maybe.
Oh, do you mean Yaz?
Yes.
Oh. What's her name? Thalar.
Yeah.
That's the crazy lady. That Thalar is still there though, and she's a lot. I like the pit because it feels, very honorable, you choose to go in, you defend yourself. There's not a lot of honor that I see in Thalar.
That's fair. From what you were describing, that's kind of maybe par for the course for some of the more twisted.
Yeah.
I mean, they can do what they want here. I found my belonging. I was not made to belong here by my father or by the culture. I was a runt when I was little, but I found my way, and I found my people.
I mean, I still remember you coming in and killing all those Torvenbergen when we were in the forest, and that was really awesome.
I don't think y'all needed my help from what I've gathered over the course of this.
We didn't really know each other then, though, and hadn't really established like a good system to fight together.
Yeah, we didn't. We were in a tight spot, and I feel like that was how we knew that you were like a trustworthy person.
I think the thing that Zeg is beginning to describe that's very appreciable about you, Vailash, is the abandon with which you entertain helping or fighting those things, be it Torvenbergen or be it a challenge in the pit of grievance. It seemed very casual with how you saunter into attempting those things. That's impressive.
Thank you for the compliment. That's nice. I I don't know if it's something of merit or just how I am.
It could be both.
That makes it of merit.
Well, don't like it when people are mistreated. And you folk have done right by me and by others from what I've seen, so more than happy. I have a stew on if you'd like.
Very much.
God, like wordlessly, Mert's just gonna saunter on in to grab some.
I'll probably just be out here for a bit. If I'm gone, there's a key, a spare key, hanging on the inside of the door.
Zach will sit down and pull out one of his little
It's a little hand rolled ciggies.
rolled cigarette and just kind of gesture to him and kind of motion it. Can I sit with you?
Yeah, he'll take his little butt and use it to light yours.
I also had a thought to stay with Falosh on the porch silently and smoke with him. So I don't know.
We can both.
I would, yeah.
We both would
Is
take
the
up.
vibe like... Okay,
I'll just like pass you one that I made.
But like in the corner, kind of away, like not really with Falosh, but like this has been a weird day and we're gonna sit on this porch and smoke silently.
Some solidarity.
A little bit.
The rest of you are able to get some stew in you. You are able to get warm. Over the course of this day, you probably rested about 8 hours. You can take a long rest if you need.
And level up again.
You're now level 23.
From all of my combat.
I would really like to get that next level so I can stop having garbage initiative.
Ooh, you know what would be great is having little 6 monk stuff.
As you guys sit on the porch, silence unbroken for a good 30 minutes. Only sound is like the creaking of the rocking chair and the kind of smoldering burn of cigarette drags. Eventually, Falosh, not looking at anything in particular, just kind of zoned out, looking out at the blanketing snow. You guys, you're from somewhere else, right? Somewhere off in the distance somewhere.
Yes, we were raised in a crash in the Woldfiren, which the crash is like, where we are hatched and raised as younglings, but our people are, you would like probably look over at Zai as he's like trying to not spill all of the beans as he has gathered. Maybe she doesn't want him to do.
They are like spend their whole lives in service to this like evil queen that has us fighting these other, I don't know, everybody I guess in the astral sea, and so they were raising us in the mountains because in the astral sea you don't age, so you have to come to age in this plane of the material, and then later you get to go to the astral plane
And spend your life fighting elves in a war that we don't remember why.
Yeah, so we got kind of tired of like killing everybody all the time and almost getting killed a lot.
I mean, I didn't really get tired of that part. I just was curious about other things.
Yes, I really just, I did not want to do that, and I got found out, and now we're here or something.
You found this group.
I guess so.
I mean, really on accident. We just were at this sort of funeral meeting for some really famous elf, and then the Eyeless came right then, and then we were all the ones who were strong enough to fight them. So then we stuck together.
That is what happened.
It's nice.
I think so. It is nice to not be alone anymore.
And to feel like we are doing something for good instead of just doing what we are told.
That is true. We have like a good purpose now, I think.
You ever You ever feel angry at yourself for not fitting where you were?
I mean, I feel pretty good there. I was one of the best warriors in my hatching group, and you know, I feel like I did a good job, you know, killing off the weaker siblings, which now having met you having been the weakest of your siblings, I think maybe that's kind of messed up, but you know, it was the way that it was. But then seeing Zai sort of find her own way and realizing that what she could do with things that were not approved by our people, being powerful and very different, it sort of broke everything that I knew.
Yes, nobody liked me because I really just liked to read and adventure and would always get lost in the woods and nobody could find me. But
Discovering the new things. There's not a lot of new things.
it's true. There's
For
not new things in the
Because
fish.
everything is old.
Yes.
Everything is, we do it as it has always been done, and Zai always is hungering for new things,
It
and
is true. So I was a little weirdo, but didn't really get angry about it. I think the other people, they were always angry with me, but I was not really angry with me. Are you angry with yourself?
I think so, but I harbored a lot of resentment toward Yaz for a long time, and now he's gone, and I still have this, you know, eating me up. Even though I have a home, I have people, I have a job, status, freedom. But maybe that's part of why I came back as well. It's because of this like gnawing inside of me. But I don't know what to do about that.
do you feel like you have sort of proven yourself by meeting him in the pit and surviving?
You know, that's what I thought I would feel.
That's why you decided to go in.
Yeah, prove myself to myself, to him.
But now it was not as satisfying as you thought.
No, I just kind of feel, oddly enough, kind of grief.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know if anyone does.
No, I mean, I've never really been sad for anyone who is dead.
It's because Zach has killed too many people. It's too normal to him.
Yeah. Maybe someday I will learn that. I think I would
We
be
got
sad
a
if you
regular
died.
Yaz and Phalanx right here. Yeah, but perhaps a little more healthy of a relationship.
I would take out a little journal I have and I would just like kind of put it on his bed for him and just kind of look at him and put that there.
A gift?
Yes, for you maybe on your travels or something.
For like field notes or
Oh, it has some things in there and maybe you'll find it helpful on your journey.
oh, is it like tied to Avandra's?
Yeah, eventually you open up and it would be very similar to like I've been keeping like multiple little notebooks of like traveler's notebooks.
Oh,
with
cool.
Just some of the few things that like I found in the journal that I discovered in the woods to like leave places. And so
Sure.
it's not like my journal, but it's got some things in it about, Avandra.
Just stick it into his haversack and nod and thanks. Well, I'll be back in Esaloon if you folk are rolling back through there. Of course, you have access to what you need to get through the forest now.
We have that herb stuff, but I don't know if we have like what we need to get through the forest. I guess we'll find out.
Well, you can be assigned a guide or something now as well if you need that.
Oh, that is good to know.
But you plan on sticking around, I guess, for a bit.
Don't really have a plan. We'll probably head out to search Yaz's properties in the morning, but we don't really know how that will turn out.
It's usually something the government does.
We've been doing a a lot of strange things that the government usually does on this trip. Don't really understand why they trust a bunch of outsiders to do all of their work for them. It kind of seems like not the vibe, but that is what we're
I
doing.
think because the Eyeless is so like taboo, it's like they will not be willing to. Now they all have to believe it, I guess, because Yaz was exposed. But up until then, it was like no one would admit that's what's going on, or they didn't know who. You know, they could not be as open with her suspicions because she did not know who was doing it.
The town is a little bit frazzled now. Well, it's getting late. I think I am gonna take off. Give my best to those inside.
Okay, we will do it.
Zach will like kind of take him by the shoulder as he stands up and just, be like, "May you find your path."
Thank
And
you.
then give him a little prayer bow. But like a genuine one.
Yeah, he'll just incline back to you. Bonder, keep yours. Swings his sack up over his shoulder, grabs the snowshoes, and starts to make his way down the hill. You guys are able to return or sit out, whichever you prefer.
Zach will go in and eat so much stew.
Just all the stew.
The rest of it.
He eats it out of the pot. He doesn't serve it. He's like just the rest.
It's like eating macaroni and cheese out of the pan,
It's like
that's-
or like cereal out of a
Yeah.
mixing bowl.
That's a mood.
You guys are able to enjoy each other's company, make any other plans you may, and take a long rest after just having a long rest all day.
Can I make a night run over to the tree roots?
Sure. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get some of the
Trying to get some cold flake.
cold flake. Yes.
Yeah, you're able to get
Not for my express use, but because we may be leaving.
half a pound of shaved cold flake.
God, seems like a lot.
That is a lot of cold flake.
Okay.
That's
Like,
about
from where? From the temple?
yeah, from
Okay.
Kenai Temple. That's about 20 doses.
I hope you don't mind if I try some of this at some point just to make sure it's good, right?
Wait!
By all means, of course. If you get a handle for it, you'll know what to price it at.
Okay, good. I can't say I'm looking forward to that.
Careful though, if you're not used to it, maybe half a dose.
All right.
But you're able to secure that, make your way
Look,
back.
he said it can make you see the future. We're going into danger. I might as well.
Are you about to use some? You about to smoke a
You know,
cold flake
I'll just-
cigarette?
I know it doesn't last very long, right? You said that before?
It varies.
It depends. Are you going to take 20 doses?
No.
Wait, the effects don't last long?
It varies.
Sorry, I was freaking out. Never mind. It's fine.
Did
Okay.
I miss something in the Discord?
I don't think so.
But I'll just talk about it later.
So what's happening? Are you finding like a little isolated spot and?
No, I'll just do this with him here. That seems sensible to do.
Go ahead and start by rolling a d6 for me.
Trick partner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take a ton of the stuff or anything, but I do want to see if I can see what happens in the next session. I rolled a 6. I don't know if that...
Oh my god.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me now.
Oh, okay. A 4.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me now.
Whoa. If I roll a 20, that might be a good thing. 13.
You, instead of smoking a little bit of the cold flake, you decide to instead take about half a dose of these cured strips of mash and pack a lip.
Wait, I'm sorry.
What?
It's like dip.
It
Wait.
can be.
Okay.
Ugh.
Does he know that? I guess he knows that.
Yeah, he knows.
Okay. I thought it was like everyone smokes this, but he's gonna stick it in his mouth and suck on it.
This can be used in a various ways.
Okay, great. Got
Just
it.
gotta get in the bloodstream.
Okay.
And into the bloodstream it does go. It is a very strong sensation that you receive for a total of 4 hours.
Oh no.
You lapse into a hallucinogenic state, seeing no portents of the future or the past, nor the present. You're not sure where you are or who you are.
Or when you are.
All you know is that you have 15 fingers and no hands on each side of your body, growing from your shoulders. You blissfully drift through a sea of tranquility, color, light, sound, both ever-present and non-existent. Occasionally being shook by some ethereal individual, made to stand, to walk around, a hindrance to your bliss. Eventually, coming out of that state, the luminous being shaking you are greeted by your elven companion who has been here for 4 hours, babysitting you.
Oh, you did it while you were in the temple?
Yes.
It's insensible.
It's better than like going out in the forest and doing it by yourself.
Yeah, like going to the cabin and making y'all deal with it.
Yeah. What if he like pooped his pants?
As you're coming out of this state, there's a slow motion wind up that you can't see or react to as he whacks you across the face. Wake up! Wake up!
Oh.
You back?
All right. Yep.
Gods above! That is the longest trip I have ever seen.
Yep.
They should charge for it.
That was half a dose.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta tone it down. Oh man,
Oh no!
that dice went all the way to my foot.
It's okay, I have mini sets.
It's gone forever.
It's fine.
Well, charge what you want for that, I guess.
Sure will. Thank you very much, Yaz.
Yep. Out you go. Just gestures you out of the root depths of this temple up into the tree itself
Okay, wait.
and outside.
To be clear. Never mind.
No, what's your question?
You just took a dose in front of the dealer who's trusting you to sell this for him?
Yes.
Okay.
He said he was amenable of it because one, guy didn't want to make sure it was cut with anything, and two, to make sure it was like worth selling.
Okay.
Like more importantly, you know,
I found the dice.
I know what to eat. I know if I'm a seller, I know what to tell people, I guess. And also, I was really trying to see the future. I mean, Leaf's goal in this moment, as he was going to take the dose, was to see if he could, you know, reach some of those fabled effects of
Sure.
the called flake,
Sure.
where you do see something.
Sure.
Not today, though. Yes, you're smaller than I remembered, and more alive. Have a good evening. Is it morning?
You as well.
When did it get so sunny?
It's dark.
No, that's not right.
Okay, where are you staying? He gathers from you your location, and
Yeah, I know where I'm going, and I go the right direction.
he'll babysit you all the way there.
if there's an embankment, I'm gonna slide down it. It's snowy outside.
You just see him pale further as your addled state draws a bit of attention, but not enough to be overtly suspicious. Eventually, Leaf returns in the middle of the night.
As I depart from him, I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, "Yes, you're always a bastard." Oh, can't say that one. Sorry, we have to edit it out.
You can say it. It's fine. You just have a
We'll do
conflict.
drugs, but we won't say bastard.
Also, that's a historical one. It's
Do we allow
real.
that one?
We're fine on it.
I'm gonna, yeah, okay. I'm still gonna push to cut it out later.
Okay.
Anyways, Yaz, you're a terrible, terrible man. I have a small twin growing on my side. Good night.
Sure you do. Good night. You may or may not hear him murmur, "Idiot," on the way back. Is there anything else we're doing over the course of this long rest?
After the snowfall, whether it's very early morning or in the middle of the night, I think Visa would like to check and see if the sky is clear, like if the clouds have passed post-snowfall.
This flurry lasts deep into the night without breaking.
Okay.
As you periodically check, there are breaks in the clouds where flurries blow through, but they are quickly replaced by more clouds.
Okay, inclement weather, we'll head back to sleep. Okay.
You guys are greeted by thick, fluffy blankets of snow throughout the city of Nogbuz in the morning, with no signs of it letting up.
Put on my nice warm gear that we got to come into the mountains and suit up.
What are you guys doing today?
Have we already acquired a map of Yaz's properties?
You've not, but can easily do so without much.
Because I think that would be step number
Yeah,
one.
you guys can easily secure that step 1 in the morning.
Sure, we do that.
Shall we go to the Hall of Laws?
Law and rule.
Yeah.
Easy enough. The
On the
clerk's there. You sit. You wait your appropriate amount of time in line. Everyone's doing it's tax season, you know. And then you are able to be led to a back room with various record keeping, shelves of files. You see what seems to be a large folio flip book with maps of infrastructure. Very, very, very well detailed city planning office, essentially. You are able to secure a map, and outlined in red are properties that have been bought by Yaz in the last 10 years.
Cool. Do we have anything to do before we go check out
Nope.
Mountainside House
I hear
number
nothing.
1?
Nope.
Okay. There are about 5 properties that would fit that initial criteria given to you by Mo Blackleaf. There is the house you snuck into, and 4 other houses. One being a house/commercial property of some sort. It looks to be a smithy.
I'll go look in and see if maybe we find tunnels or something.
Gotta start with
There was
one.
tunnels in that bookshop place thing, and then what is the actual? Now I only want to say in Slumberlore.
Oh, excellent.
That's what
That's a commercial property. Why don't we try the smithy?
Yes, that is what I was saying.
Sure. Go ahead and let's just make a group investigation check. Ori will participate, but she is still very much dealing with the effects of her linking wording bond spell, and is shut up and said Myconid. She got a 19 though.
I got 18.
Got a 7.
7.
15.
15. 2.
Wait a second. No, I got 18.
18.
That's 19, not 16.
You said investigation?
Yes.
13.
Okay. You first visit this commercial property, having full permission to turn it over, looking through, desks, looking into, crates and casks to see if there might be a secret door within, finding nothing. You go to the next property.
Is there anything cool that Ori might want?
Plenty of
Just regular smithing stuff.
Plenty of smithing gear. Nothing
Special.
Special?
She wouldn't. Okay, never mind.
or arcane
Magic
nature.
weapons.
No. You go to the second property on the list, a 3-story townhouse on the northwestern side of town, just on the edge, in kind of bordering into some of these hills, finding nothing on this property. The third on your list is the manor. You spend some time poking around here, upstairs, downstairs, finding every luxurious item you could imagine, every collector's dream, various
All
plants
that
and
fine
fauna,
silk and cold crude iron.
fine bolts of silk. By the yard, there are luxurious canopied beds and soft down feather pillows. There are sets of silver, tableware and, gold rimmed glasses, nice weaponry, all sorts of stuff. And
Are there any nice ruffly shirts
Of
like
course.
Yaz wore?
they are quite large.
Zach will find one and just put it in his pack.
Just stuff it in.
Zach,
You can
Zach
get
would
it
probably
taken
also
in.
be like taking some weird looking stuff, like whatever's kind of a little bit different, she would maybe put it in her bag.
There's definitely a lot of giant fungal growths in the sunroom. There are
Maybe not.
You don't want a giant fungal growth?
We already have a giant
I don't know,
fungal growth
like
and
a
his
fork
name
that
is
looks
Nick.
kind of weird, or I don't know, whatever exotic looking thing.
Maybe some
Yes.
cufflinks?
Roll a d4 for me real quick. Let's see what the weirdest thing in this house is
4
that you find.
giant fungal growths.
That's
2.
It's always been fungal growth. 2. You find a mounted, shriveled gray head of a doppelganger on the wall.
Cool.
Definitely take that.
Wait, a doppelganger of... Wait, what is that?
A doppelganger is a creature that can shapeshift into someone, has all their memories, all their mannerisms.
That's creepy.
Wait, what do you do with the shrunken head of one?
Apparently mounted on a wall. I'm sorry?
Hey Tyler, did Phalosh leave us his bag of holding as a keepsake?
He did not.
Is there a bag of hold? Do we have one of those?
Nope.
No.
We have coin purses of holding.
And he did take the head with him.
Oh, whoopies.
No, it's not that much money.
He'll dole it out to you when you get back to Esselin.
Okay, fine.
Go.
That's that head, yeah. Okay.
That.
As you guys are discovering various oddities within this manor, Visa, you decide to revisit your point of entry last time, looking over the lock. You're just curious on the mending spell. And as you're puttering around the kitchen,
Is this the house that we broke? Okay.
as you're puttering around this kitchen, enter the pantry.
Yes, I would.
And there is a large trapdoor, likely leading to a basement or larder within, that you open. And it descends into a large rocky tunnel.
Okay, I'm gonna be the only one that remembers this, but like 4 episodes or 5 episodes ago, Liz wanted to go into this pantry to see what cheeses he had.
I think Liz and Molly both expressed the pantry interest. I was like, that'd be hilarious.
Oh man.
We're like, we can't look for cheese. We're doing an investigation.
I literally just said, is it cheese?
Man, that would have been wow.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been wild.
We were trying to help you guys, but you
You
didn't
were
care
st-
enough about cheeses.
I should stop listening to any instinct I have.
Yes, that is a good idea.
Lisa, as you peruse this entry tunnel piece of the manor, laying on the ground is a stark white sheet of paper folded in half.
This stark white piece of paper, does it look like it is presented or has been dropped?
Presented.
Before touching it, Visa is going to call out, so make a verbal call out so people know where he is, and then he'll pick it up.
Okay. You pick it up. Nothing trap heavy happens. It is a piece of paper. Unfold it. In the same scrolling script as the letter you found on the desk, it's just a short, simple note. You have impressed us. We await you.
Good.
Ooh, bad.
Dislike.
Which letter?
The letter written by Kelly, the red-headed elven gentleman.
Well, that's disconcerting. Scud.
It appears our invisible friend may have found an exit in a underground route, not the woods.
Course. What's more, this tells me, of course, he's expecting us. There's not going to be any ounce of surprise for us getting in there. That's going to be a problem.
Who is this note left for?
Well, I could assume that if our friend felt fairly well hidden under the guise of Yaz's properties, and we are the only party that went looking for him and found him, stumbled on him, however you want to look at it, chances are he's talking about us. If he suspects we're the first people that would come snooping around. Or if he is in the... Well, that's one thought, that perhaps he's in the habit of using pawns. And he just sent 30 decoys into the woods. Knowing that Thalar and the pursuers would go south.
So then there will not be anyone left to help us come into these tunnels?
No, he may have been biding his time, or perhaps trying to set up a bit of a private meeting.
Why? I mean, it's clear we are not interested in what they're doing. Why would they want a private meeting?
Does it change what we're going to do? Are we still going to go down into this tunnel today?
Do we want to go down in there if they're expecting us? I mean, I was really hoping to chop some heads of some eyeless, but I don't...
I'm wondering if he's guessed all of those reasons, and they all point to us going down the tunnel.
Or like, what if it was like magic and he like made it appear or something, like when he saw
That's
us?
very true, we needn't underestimate.
I did not check for traps coming here, but probably should have. Did you check for the traps?
Not in the way it was presented, but I imagine further in we should.
So perhaps this is for us and there's nothing we can do about it now. So if we're still going to go down there, then we should just buckle up and perhaps we go down there.
May as well,
Well, I don't have much to add beyond that.
we may as well let them all know where we're going.
Oh yeah, we want a big trail of where we're going. We got to make sure everybody in the city knows. That way, if we don't end up popping back out, then they know where to look.
I think I can handle that.
Beast is gonna step outside.
Okay.
And he's What?
No, I'm excited.
Beast is just going to raise his staff a little bit until snow flurries that are falling around him begin to swirl around it. And they go back up much faster straight into the clouds until some of the clouds begin to reform in the sky and darken. And he's going to cast Skywrite. I think I'm saying that right.
No, you did.
And
Like a skull with like a
he's-
snake coming out of it.
have we seen any like colloquial or used by the Eyeless like symbol of the Eyeless?
You have not.
Then let me check the limitations of the spell. I want to
Makes
know
sense
if I
they don't
can
have a
use
written-
shapes or words.
Form for their.
See?
Yes.
They don't even have like.
Okay, it says 10 words.
Uh-huh.
Then he is going to, in a full banner pointing at the city of Nogbuz, and he'll, I think, write something to the effect of
We in here.
the tunnel of Yaz's secret or something. He's keeping it like just cryptic enough.
Yeah.
But like the tunnel of Yaz's secret lies below or something. Like
Sure.
below here, some word indication, so that if you looked at it, you go, like if you looked down onto the horizon, you go, Yaz's estate.
You can keep it even more vague, and Mul's gonna know what you mean. So easy enough.
But
to
yeah, just enough words on display.
as you form these clouds, you add weight to them to where they float below the full flurry storm and actually stand out darker than the other clouds. So even when they blow back, they're still visible.
Yeah, it takes him 10 minutes to ritual cast, so he's just going to do that, and it'll last for an hour.
Very well. With that accomplished, the party is headed into the tunnel.
I would wait and cast aid on everyone. Not on everyone. Like
How long does
Three.
eight last?
8 hours.
Oh,
Is that the one that gives us hit points or something?
It's like
Who's
a,
our squishy boys?
me, and I'm casting mage
Squishy,
armor on
squishy.
myself. I'm remembering. I did it.
What's your HP?
Squishy, tell
My
my.
HP?
Yeah. It's
45.
pretty good. Yours is
Bad.
okay.
Squishy, tell my.
I would cast 8 on
Mage consent. Oh, just kidding. Mine's
If you have
65.
2 to pick, it's Merton.
Yeah, you're-
at least.
Huh?
If you have 2 to pick, it's Merton.
I have 3. I would cast it on preview.
Okay.
Okay. What do we have?
Plus 5 HP
Hey.
Temp or max?
for 8 hours.
Temp or max?
max.
Max up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand what that means.
Temporary HP does not come back when you're healed. Whereas if your maximum HP is raised for
Even if
a
you get
time,
healed, you can go back to
yeah,
that
you
same-
can go back to like so.
Gotcha.
If it's raised by 5 from
Yeah,
80 to 85.
Ori has decided to stay in town
Okay.
and rest and use her energy to hang out with some crafters and make some stuff while she's resting.
She may double back to the smithy and then back to Phalash's afterward.
Very well. You are greeted with the final sight of Nogbuz being in unison, Ori and Mick
Wait.
waving.
Was there any actually good cheese?
Yeah.
A lot.
Plenty of good.
That's coming with us.
There are fine cured sausages. There are cheeses.
We're
Taking sausage,
taking
yeah.
Fluffy
Yaz has like
breads.
snapped open a summer sausage and like put half of it in a pack, and then it's just like
There we go.
We have all got bindles.
rare,
Bindles of cheese.
like delicate tubers from foreign places. Like he's got all this stuff.
I'll take it.
You get the feeling that Yaz was a fan of cheeses, croquettes, all sorts of stuff.
I would get lots of the things.
All the foods.
Yeah.
You have lots of rations. Most of them non-perishable.
Are there any pastries in there?
No pastries, but there are
no-
stocks of breads.
No almond pastries that we can just
No almond
Yes.
pastries.
hold on to.
Those would have gone real bad real fast. The loaves you find are a couple days old and probably are now soup bread. But
Fine.
Oh, soup bread.
leftover baguettes, straight into that French onion soup. Okay. You enter the tunnel. Can I have a D20 roll from someone for
Me.
our first day of travel?
I did it.
Oh, no, Molly did it.
Hayden did it.
13.
13. Oh, shit. No, I'm just kidding. You quickly find need for torches as this journey turns
I don't.
extended.
I don't either.
Visa will cast light on the top of his staff.
The dark confines of the tunnel pressing in around you, raw rock, chipped out by pickaxe or perhaps even just regular axe, you're not certain, but it is uneven. Sometimes being 15 feet wide, sometimes as narrow as 5 or 2 feet wide. Sometimes you have to squeeze, sometimes you have to crawl, but the tunnel, if anything, is straight. Does not delineate from its path eastward or westward.
So, Tyler, is there any signs of recent travel?
Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Okay.
Can I do that too?
Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. Nope.
I rolled a 21.
There we go.
Yep. Yeah, you do see a set of
I learned some things from the who's its pursuers.
the pursuers from Hesh. Well, you said 21.
Yep.
You find 3 sets of prints. 2 headed back toward Nogbuz that are about 3 weeks old, you probably would guess. And 1 set headed back towards this Hall of the Eyeless. About half a day old.
Okay, I would share with the group. These are the recent set going this direction. So maybe like in the last day, so look alive.
Is there anything else we're doing over our day of travel?
I would be taking notes on like that and where we're going, any changes in like the rock or the flooring.
Or like the grade. Like is it
Grade
Yeah, like,
is
I would be like-
steepening down.
okay.
Okay, it's getting steeper.
Yes.
Okay. And still traveling like due east.
Due west.
Yep.
Wait,
Due west.
Yeah.
Due west.
Steeper up
Sorry.
or steeper down?
Down.
Steeper down.
Okay.
The grade is not egregious. It's like a negative 2% grade. So not
Not
egregious,
crazy,
but
but
steady.
noticeably going down.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a nature check for me, Liz, if you're looking for changes in the rock.
I have no idea what that is.
Ooh, 5.
5. It's rock. Your day of travel comes to an end. You spend a good 6 to 8 hours trekking hard through this tunnel and need to rest or else risk exhaustion. You guys guys can go ahead and take a long rest if you like.
Did those 8 hours pass and do we have the max HP anymore?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
She will have to recast 8.
R.I.P.
I mean, I'll just keep casting it every day.
Every month? Okay. Same with mage armor, I assume?
Yeah, it goes down after 8 hours.
Okay. Yeah, are you recasting it upon every morning? What's the deal?
I think I'll probably try to assess the day. Like, if we're starting out and things aren't dangerous, I'll wait until,
Okay. Cool.
noon.
Okay.
Get some mileage out of it.
What's up, Molly?
I was just gonna say, are we gonna set watches?
Yeah.
Are you?
Here, for sure. Yeah. All right. Which night vision person wants to take a watch with me?
Yeah, I'll take one of the watches for sure.
All right.
Cool.
I will also take one of them.
Mert, will you watch with me since you have crazy dark eyes?
Yes.
I love that that's the approximation of the conversation. Yes. Go ahead and make a perception check. Cool. Guys.
There we go. I see everything.
Okay.
24.
Okay.
10. I see half of the things.
The air is familiar to you guys. Much as in the crypt of Ovendane, when you are underground, it grows quite still.
Zek is gonna very quietly and like a really deep hum, like a kind of a somber melody that's like a cave song. It's like one of the few songs that they would hum over the hatchlings in the crash.
Make a nature check for me as you're humming this song.
18.
As you hum, you're not exactly sure why you're reminded of the crash or this underground until it hits you, the still air, the darkness, and then you glance at these walls and via the firelight or whatever light you have, you catch glints and glimmers in the wall of light reflecting off of pale black glossy surfaces every now and then, just chunked in. And you are reminded that these mountains, these Woldfirian mountains, are rich in obsidian, just as your home's was. It reminds you of the deep obsidian halls of your creche, and you are brought back for a time before your watch comes and goes.
Can Mert hear the humming?
Yeah. It's
I
not
assume so,
that like
yeah.
you get, or if we're sitting like
Yeah.
back to back looking down different sides, you know, you could like feel the
I was
vibration.
like within the first minute or two.
Is that you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Did you think the cave was singing to you?
No, but usually when you're sleeping and you hear sounds, that means the raiding party's about to get annihilated.
I like that Mert waited a full minute to verify whether or not this was a danger or not.
No, it's just the song from the crash and being in this tunnel made me think of it.
The crash sounds about like a very, very different kind of place than the goblin pits.
Maybe, but maybe not so much. Pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal down there too, from what I
Also,
remember.
it's just what I knew. So, as much as I'm glad to be out of there, I still like being in this cave a little bit.
The humming is kind of nice if you want to continue. I'm just glad I know what it is and that it's not the,
Like still kind of in as much of a whisper as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hear noises and you'll find out, like, as you're getting attacked that it's a rival, like, raiding party or you're being beset upon by the enemy, but no, this is nice.
It is almost reminiscent of the deadly thrum of a satisfied tabaxi warrior about to pounce.
Like a purring.
like a purring.
I can understand how that might be soothing. It caught me off guard a little bit.
You lapse back into humming. Mert lapses back into rapid scanning of the environment, catching every non-movement because nothing moves. Your watch comes and goes. Second watch. Who we got?
I could be next.
I'll hop on there.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh. 17.
I would probably walk maybe quietly walk a little bit away from our party in both directions at separate times, not at the same time, and get this weird dry stuff out of my pouch, kind of rub it between my fingers and talk to it a little bit, and then it would start glowing. I would cast light on this phosphorescent moss and kind of paint enough of it to just be able to see a little bit in either direction if someone's coming.
Some waypoint markers.
Well, and then I would also.
That's a smart move. Look, I might be able to see pretty good, but it only goes so far.
I hope that it doesn't let other people know that we're down here. Kind of go back and forth on if it's a good idea or obviously someone put this here. We'll have to go back and do it again in a little while, but it might help us at least if we know someone's coming.
That's the sort of thing you can do every other time, you know? Sometimes it might be beneficial, other times it might not, so you might as well just do it every other time.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Law averages, right? You'll be right half the time.
Okay, sure.
Thankfully this time, while you keep a good eye out, nothing disturbs your watch.
This time?
Thankfully this time. Law of averages, right? Third watch. Visa.
So we'll take it.
Alright, law of averages.
Whatever it is. That is a 9.
I don't know what the law of averages is.
Hold on.
It's when you do something half the time, and then it
I just wanted to
goes
roll.
good half the time, apparently.
As you keep an eye out, no sound, no motion, and you all gain rest from a day's weary travel, awaking ready to greet another day of travel.
With sausage and cheese.
With sausage and cheese for breakfast. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Okay.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff.
Yeehaw. Ugh, I am tired. I'm so
Alright, are
sleepy.
y'all ready for the fastest break of our lives?
Yeah. Sure.
Does anyone want pico de gallo?